Hello, everyone, and today we're going to be reviewing Fantasy Island, a film that I thought was bad, but it does have it has some redeeming qualities to it. I would say that. This is going to be a spoiler review, so just to forewarn you all. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing I want to start off with is the plot. I think the kind of the premise of the film. I know it was a TV show before this movie. I think the premise of it is really interesting and really cool, which kind of upsets me a little bit because I think they could have done way more with this movie. But I will say some of the pros of this film is the fantasies that the characters have. Some are more interesting than others. I thought Michael Rooker's character in particular, I kind of wish they delved more into him other than just kind of killing him off midway through the film. Overall, I think the film kind of balances out kind of each fantasy in a way, one of them being more so of a fun, upbeat one of them being more of a serious one of them being more of kind of romantic one, and then the other one just being the childhood bully one. So I think all four of them kind of coincide pretty well with being something different rather than having the same fantasy. I think the most interesting one was the male characters with him and his father. I thought that one was the most developed, and to be honest, that was the one that I was mostly connected to and more so interested in. And that's all I can really say about this film. Now let's talk about the cons, and there's a lot of them. First off, I want to talk about is the script. A lot of the writing in this film is pretty bad, along with the acting. Not that many well-known names in here, but I would say that the acting is not that great. And then let's talk about the twists. So there's multiple twists in here. One of them being that everyone in these fantasies was all in the same apartment fire, and a guy dies in the apartment fire, and all of them kind of have a piece that they could have done to prevent it. So the female character in this film, her fantasy is pretty much to get everyone on the island there and to pretty much kill them because the guy who died was the only guy who showed her attention and that she really loved him. And it's because each one of them have a reason who could have kind of prevented his death. And I thought that kind of twist was really dumb. I kind of wish they would have I would have rather wish they kind of had a free flowing story to where maybe there wasn't a huge twist at the end. I was really interested in that crystal in the cave on how this thing grants fantasies. I wish they could have delved more into that. Instead, they decide to add more screen time to characters that that don't really have development and aren't really well liked. So every single time they veer away from like the main fantasies that these characters are having, the film just gets boggled down. By the third act, it just kind of felt like the film was kind of overstaying its welcome. It is an hour and 50 minutes, so just know that. I think that is way too long for this movie. It could have definitely cut down like 30 minutes and had it been fine. I kind of it's hard for me to it's hard for me to recommend this. I will say I would like to see a sequel with some different directors and writers behind the camera and probably some better actors in front of the camera as well. I think there is really cool stories and ideas that can be had with this premise, and I'd like to see that explored more. But overall, I'd give it probably like a 1.5 out of 5. I don't recommend you see this. I have not watched the original TV show, but if you have, let me know what you guys thought of it. Let me know what you thought of this film in the comments down below, and we'll see you all in the next video.